Some of the common estate planning mistakes that I see, people would set up a trust, but it wouldn't get funded, meaning that they would set up the trust, they would say where they want everything to go, but then every single asset that you have needs to be connected to your trust in some way. And so there's typically going to be paperwork. So if it's with property, there needs to be a deed. If it's with an investment account or a checking account, there's some documentation at the banks or financial institutions. It's not enough to just set up the trust, but every single asset needs to be connected either through the ownership or the beneficiary designation. And so when you set something up, that's kind of like a snapshot in time. So right there, if you were to pass away that day, it would probably work exactly how you want it. Hopefully, we're planning in advance and we have a lot of years ahead of us. And so there's going to be changes in your life. There's going to be changes in the law. There's going to be changes in relationships where you really need to make sure that your plan accurately reflects what you really want, because if it doesn't reflect your current wishes, that can cause just as much problems as having nothing in place at all. And so what we recommend is reviewing your plan at least every 3 years, or if there's any major life events. One of the other big things that I find missing in planning is that it tends to be from a very secular standpoint. We want to make sure that things go smoothly, we avoid court, we have our wishes known, we avoid taxes, kind of all of those things, which we want to do. But the big missing piece is that we don't really bring God into it. God gives us so many graces and so much wisdom when we're in these moments of making these major decisions for our life. Why not bring in the gift of the Holy Spirit to give us guidance and wisdom on who would be the best decision maker? What are the best choices for our kids, for our assets, for everything that's going on in our life? I highly encourage everybody, whether you've done your planning or you haven't done it, when you look at it or revisit it, to really bring that spiritual side in it, because it's going to give you so much guidance and wisdom, and really make sure that what God is calling you to do is really reflected in your plan.